Cool. Hello. Yeah, so we were just sharing what our needs were today. This was highlighted for me this week, this idea of needs and asking for what need, but also just like how do we do that? And I actually listened to a podcast with interview with this author of this book called Needy. And I think she's like a social worker, therapist, and it was just like great and really inspiring. And I haven't read the book, but it was a great conversation, and it helped me reflect on like because I think I sometimes am like hard on myself almost for not knowing what I need. Like it's sometimes so there's like the action of like, especially as caregivers and as just like people and empathetic people, um, of like taking the moment to acknowledge that we have a need, we have needs in general, and then having the like action of like, okay, looking at what I need. But then sometimes when I look at what I need, I don't know what I need. I'm like, I don't know what I need. I don't know. And that makes me feel even worse because I like can't let someone else know what I need, or I can't give myself what I need to then help other people. And the thing that this person said that stuck with me was that these needs are always changing. And um, so so it is like a constant, a frequent, a regular, like looking inward and checking in and being like, okay, what do I need now? What do I need now? And it kind of sounds like self-centered or something as I say it. I mean, I don't know what that says about my journey about all this stuff. Um, but it it just resonated with me, and it made me think about yoga because we're always trying to come to a sense of presence, and I feel like that's just like one more reason to work towards presence, is that then you can actually check in with you which what you actually need versus like what I put on my calendar that I said I thought I would need at this time of the day. So that's how I relate to it. And so it just like gives me a whole nother like level and reason to check in. And so I just wanted to share that in case that resonates with anyone, because um, you know, this is a class geared towards caregivers, and you know, and so checking in with that is, I mean, all the conversations I've had and heard with people about this is that it's hard to have time for yourself, right? That's why we're having this class. It's hard to access and give yourself what you need. So for me, the first step is figuring out, what the heck do I need? Speaking of that, as we begin to sort of like get into our bodies and just kind of like move around naturally, today, I need actually to move. I'm feeling very stiff and tight. And I usually don't actually feel that in yoga. Usually when I'm in yoga, I just like want to be still and like be like gentle or something. Um, but today I really like want to feel like my blood moving. And so we're gonna still do our like, soothing parts of the practice, but that's what I need. And Joanna shared what she needed, which is just like anything. And so I hope that you guys can get what you need out of this. Thank you for practicing. Okay. So actually, I wanted to start just on our backs briefly. Um, so just lying down on your back. And I did put a little message for a moment. If you have like um, a scarf or something available, we're going to be doing like a back. If you can interlace your hands like this behind your back, and it's fine. You probably don't need the scarf, but you might want it. Might want a blanket. Might want a pillow. So just taking any time that you need to do that. Ah, and just starting on your back if it feels comfortable. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be starting with 3-part breath. But first, let's just arrive on our backs. And just start to surrender into the floor, into your clothes. Let your head and neck relax. Begin to allow the breath to deepen, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out of the mouth, inhaling through the nose, exhaling out of the mouth. One more time. And then just take a little jaunt from the top of the head and just bring your consciousness, your awareness just to the top of your head, to your whole skull. Just do a little light scan of your body, going at whatever pace feels right, but just checking in, just noticing. Going down each part of your arm, each hand, each leg, each thigh, each calf. Bringing as much non-judgmental awareness as possible to your sensations. And then once you've done that, maybe you've even done it more than once, noticing any shifts that happen just by bringing awareness to that part of your body. So as we're lying here, there might be a body part or even a thought that pops up, and into your awareness, into your consciousness. And if you just sort of bring a gentle awareness to that body part or that thought, just noticing what happens to that, not trying to change it, but just noticing if anything happens. It might not. And so already we're sort of surrendering into this moment, and maybe we're already a little less tight than we were a few minutes ago. There's truly included bringing awareness to my tight joints today. And then I'd like you to invite your breath to move down to your lower belly. It can move there gradually. Allow your pelvic floor to expand, your lower belly to expand, just explore into your lower back, and then exhale just into your lower belly. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose and the mouth. One more time, just the belly. Inhale. Allow that lower belly like there's a balloon expanding inside of yourself, allowing, not forcing. And exhale, let that belly go. And then next time you continue to allow, maybe explore a little more in all directions in your lower belly, all the way down to your pelvic floor. And then sip in more air into your boxy ribs, your middle section. It's kind of big, at least it feels big for me. Not quite your chest yet, but then exhale, let those ribs slide in towards each other and let the belly fold into itself and expel the rest of the air. And then inhale down into that belly one more time. As much as you may allow it, inhale a little bit more into all your ribs, all directions. Might activate your solar plexus, which is okay, that emotional center, and then fill up a little bit more into your chest, like that gaspy area, almost your throat, your heart space. And then exhale, let that chest relax, those ribs slide in towards each other, and that belly expel the rest of the air. And you have your 3-part breath. So you inhale all the way into your belly, letting it expand, and your ribs, and your chest, ribs, belly. Release. Keeping on like that, allowing the 3 parts to smooth out as much as they may. I find that it's almost uncomfortable to breathe all the way into my chest because I try so hard to breathe into my lower body and not just breathe into my chest. It almost feels like weird, but it also kind of feels good and indulgent. Just my whole chest as well. And then let that chest go, that belly, or that ribs, and that belly. Let's do 3 more rounds of this on your own time. And then I invite you to breathe normally, letting that practice go. And again, just taking a moment just to notice any shifts in the mind and the body and the feelings. Beginning to invite in that Ujjayi breath, that oceanic breath, that little sound in the back of your throat. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Even inviting in a little Uddiyana Bandha, that navel lifting in and up, even as we're here on the floor. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. And then on your next exhale, just rolling over to your side and becoming a fetal. Just taking a moment to rest, resting your head in your hands. Taking a couple breaths here, feeling the newness of you. And then very slowly, after a couple of breaths in your own time, making your way over to all fours. Finding your knees under your hips, your hands under your shoulders. Really wide in your hands on the floor, like they're in mud, pressing down the thumb and the pointer finger, just rocking back and forth here, really feeling the weight of your shins and the tops of your feet here, and like pushing into the mat with your hands, but feeling and finding a natural lengthened spine here. So straight spine here, belly button in and up even here, and balancing a teacup on the back of your neck. And then as you shift forward and back, find that center point, so your shoulders are right under your hands and your hips are right under your knees. Maybe wag your tail back and forth. Maybe look over one shoulder and the other, making a C curve. Still keeping really good integrity in your foundation here, the tops of your shins and your hands, and then finding your center again. And beginning your cat and cow. So inhale, lifting the tailbone and the chest, pressing into the floor to make them move. They don't move on their own, and then pressing into the floor to let your belly button contract. Let your chest and your tailbone come toward each other. Look at your belly button. Inhaling and exhaling, cat and cow, pulling your chest through your shoulders as you lift into your cow, widening your shoulders a bit as you round into your cat, trying to stay in the center of your hands and your legs here. And then if you like, you can start to invite some intuitive movement, circling around your whole spine, really feeling the sort of contrast between this foundation of your legs and your hands, and then the sort of fluidity of your neck and your spine, allowing your breath to lubricate that fluidity, right? And you can come back to regular cat and cow. You can tuck your toes under if you like, if that feels good at any point. And then one more breath wherever you are. Coming back to the center, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, opening up the right arm. Really wide arm span here to start. Maybe even look up at those fingers. And then exhale, bend your right hand underneath your left arm, bend your left elbow, place your right cheek on the floor. You're in a thread the needle. Your hips are hopefully square-ish to the short edge of the mat, meaning one's not tilted to the side, and they're right over your legs. You can reach your left arm out. You can even lift it up or bind it behind your back. And try to keep it all square. Breathe into any sensation here. Belly button into spine again, like a strong foundation so that your sort of like chest and spine and shoulders can like, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale, inhale. Placing that left hand by your face. If it's not there, pressing into that whole hand, gently opening up that right side body to find the opposition and bringing that right hand to the floor. Taking one cat-cow here just to realign. And then coming to neutral, maybe even like bouncing a little bit into your elbows. If you're starting to feel tired in your shoulders, remind your shoulders to come away from the ears. A little micro bend in your elbows, pressing into your fingertips here. We got integrity in this whole foundation. This pose should feel like work, even though we're just on our hands and knees. Inhale and exhale. Lovely. Inhale, open the left arm. Find that expansive wingspan, and then exhale, bring that left arm under the right, bend that right elbow, and lay the left side on the floor. Keeping those hips right under those knees, reach that arm out. Allowing this to like be comfortable for yourself. And if it's awkward, just breathe into that too. You can wrap your arm around your back, around your left hip, and then sort of open up that right side of your chest and your right wing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, let your body surrender more into this pose, and exhale. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Belly button to spine. Inhale, lift the right arm and place it near your face. Press into that arm. Open up the left wingspan one more time and bring it back down, finding your tabletop. Inhale, right away, tuck your toes, and exhale, lift your hips up very slowly though, almost like molasses. Really feeling those hips rooting down towards the ground, but a bend in those knees. Head falling through your arms. Still that integrity in all 10 fingers, and just live here in your downward facing dog for just a breath. We're going to get moving in a second. Just arrive here, feel the stiffness if it's there. Send breath anywhere, and notice that thing about if you just bring consciousness, a little bit of gentle awareness to somewhere, maybe it changes without you doing anything. Okay, I said one breath and it's been like 3. So begin to Paddle your feet, reaching one heel down and coming onto the ball of the foot of the other. Really nice, intentional calf stretch here. Still pressing into your hands, like letting your shoulders be away from your neck here. You can bend both knees and then bring both heels down. You can do a releve, lifting your heels up, and then invite in a little intuitive movement here in your downward facing dog, maybe bringing your heels from side to side, looking under each armpit here, keeping that integrity of those hips lifting up towards the ceiling. And then find stillness again in your dog. Inhale. Exhale. Feeling that V sensation, long legs, long spine. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Inhale. Lift your right foot right up. Anyway, you can open up your hips, bend your knee, and then do some circles with that knee, keeping that left heel like towards the ground, and also trying to a little bit let everything else be still as while that knee moves, just so that that hip really gets what it needs. Look under that arm. Reach it right back behind you one more time, and then exhale, bring it right on through any which way you can. If you have to step it through, it's fine. Bring it right on through to that low lunge. Place that back knee down on the floor, front knee over that toe, and then we're gonna come back into a forward stretch. So I have to move my heel forward because to keep my hips over my knees, we're gonna stretch over that front leg, and then we're gonna inhale, come forward, bend, look up, and exhale, stretch. Inhale, look up, and exhale. Little dynamic stretching. Inhale, come onto your hips of your fingertips. Exhale, reach your hips straight back so that they're square. One more time. Inhale. And then actually walk your foot out. We're gonna do a little lizard. So out to like the outside edge of your mat and bring your right hand inside your left foot. You can even open up your toes a little bit to get into that hip a little bit. We're just gonna do like an upward lizard. If you wanna come down, you can. But I wanna invite you to press a little bit on this leg here and look up over that right shoulder a little bit. Let's get into the hips here for a sec. Breathing here, bringing lots of consciousness to the body because we're not super warm yet. We're sort of allowing it to surrender to gravity here. Nice. And then gently walking that foot back in, coming to your low lunge, tucking your back toes, and coming back into your downward facing dog. Let's do a couple of rollouts into plank here. So we'll roll out from the tailbone, through the ribs, to the chest, come to plank, and then tip the hips back, come right back into downward facing dog. And roll out. And exhale, tip back, let your hamstrings lead the way, that underbutt. Inhale, roll out. Spread the shoulders wide in your high plank, and exhale, come back. And then lift the left leg right up, keeping that right heel down, opening up that left hip, bending that left knee, and then rotating that knee around. And the other direction. Trying to keep that awareness in your shoulders away from that neck and those ears. And then inhale, reach your left leg right straight back. And exhale, bring it on through your hands, place it on the floor, right knee on the floor as well. You can untuck those toes. Inhale, lift here, come onto your fingertips first, and then exhale, come on back into your forward stretch. Inhale, come forward, and exhale, stretch back. Belly button to spine here to protect this low back. We're not trying to dump into our joints. Nice. Still bringing that breath with you to smooth it all out. And then next time you come into your low lunge, walk that left foot out, bring that left hand inside, and maybe open up that left toes. Open up that left side body, press into the left thigh. Belly button to spine here. Again, it will actually help you get even more of a stretch in the front of the right quad. Shoulders down. Inviting in that Ujjayi breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Walk that left foot in. Place your left hand down. Tuck your toes. Come back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Look at your hands. And halfway walk towards your hands. Finding a forward fold for the first time. Thank you very much. Holding each elbow. Swaying from side to side. Listening to your spine. Crack and align your knee. And just sending some breath to these hamstrings. Feeling those hips lifting up towards the ceiling, almost like someone's like hop over the back of you or the front of you, however you're thinking of it. Almost like you could like fall into a forward fold or a forward roll at any time. That much length in the back of the legs. Yeah. Place the hands on the floor. Bend one knee, keep one leg straight. Bend the other knee, keep the other leg straight. Straighten both legs with a micro bend if you like. And then press into the feet. Activate the inner thighs, activate the belly button to roll up through the spine. And you arrive right in the middle of your feet in your mountain pose. Opening up those hands, but feeling that belly button lift in and up towards the heart. Finding your eyes closed or finding a drishti, just imagining that energy coming up the front of the body. Inhale. Exhale, it melts down the body, it melts down the shoulder blades, the tailbone, the heels. Long, oblong circle, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Bring some awareness to your feet. See that they're spreading the mat out beneath you. Again, one of these poses that's like active, even though it looks simple. Your legs are active, your inner thighs are active, your belly button's active, your fingers are active, your head is lifting up, your feet are reaching down. Let's just inhale, sit right back into a chair pose. And exhale, come to stand. Inhale, come back into chair, shoulders melt down, finding a ramp with the body, maybe sit a little bit deeper and then stand. And then exhale, come back. I switched the inhales and the exhales, but it doesn't really matter. And finding right back into your mountain pose here. Nice. Inhale, lift those fingertips all the way up, maybe open up the heart. Exhale, pour your heart over your feet. Find a forward fold over the balls of your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place the hands on the floor. Come back into a high plank. Inhale. And exhale, drop down, chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin. Inhale, baby cobra or any cobra you like. And exhale, tuck your toes, come back into a downward facing dog. Seeing how much breath you can let yourself have to lubricate. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Walk or journey forward to find a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Wide feet on the floor. Press into the feet to open up reverse swan dive if you like. And exhale, hands to heart. Again. Inhale. Connecting to like the movement of your fingers at every moment. So that you're really present with your body and your sensations. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, put your hands on the floor, reach your feet back. find a plank. Widen your top of your chest. Shift forward and bend your elbows towards your ribs. Chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Lift up into cobra of choice, or maybe even upward dog. Reaching your chest through forward of your shoulders. Reaching your hips back, flipping your feet. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, release. Come forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands to heart. We're gonna do it 2 more times, just like this. Flowing into your vinyasa, your creative flow. Inhale, lift your fingers. Exhale, pour your heart over. Inhale, halfway lift. Look out over a key pond. Exhale, release. Place your hands on the floor. Reach your feet back, high plank. Widen those shoulder blades. Inhale, shift forward and chaturanga. Beautiful. Inhale, lift your chest, shoulders away from ears, belly button to spine. Pulling through. Exhale, reach those hips back. Nice. Inhale, lift those heels. Exhale, bend the knees and come forward any which way. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release over. Inhale, root down into your feet. Reverse swan dive all the way up. And hands to heart, connecting back with that oblong oval for a moment. And then inhale one more time. Lift the fingertips up. Exhale, pull your heart over. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Place your hands on the floor. Reach back. Strongest plank yet. Inhale, shift forward. Bend your elbows, maybe ever so slowly towards the ground. Nice. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, pull back. Downward facing dog. Oh yeah. Inhale and exhale. Stay here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We're going to inhale, lift that right foot up. Exhale, bring it on through. Find a high lunge this time. Lifting up into your high lunge. Just a couple breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Actively rotating your hips to face the short edge of the mat. Inhale. And exhale. Place your hands back on the floor. Take your right hand and pinwheel it back. We're going to do a little swim with the right hand. Just add a little choreography. Place your hands down. Bring your right foot back. We're going to inhale. Look forward and exhale, come back. Exhale, come forward towards your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Root down into your feet. Lift your arms. Reverse swan dive. Exhale, palms to heart, belly button up to heart as well. Inhale, lift the fingertips up. Arch back. Exhale, release over. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Hands on floor, all 10 fingers reaching back into your plank, coming into chaturanga if you like. One more time. Or I don't know, one more time, but again, if you like. I think maybe one more time. And come back into your downward facing dog in your own time. Lift your left leg up. Exhale, reach your left knee through. Place your left foot down. Come into your high lunge. Couple breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Fingertips activated. Tailbone reaching down. One more breath. And exhale. Bring your palms down. Rotate your left arm to the back. Up and forward. And then place your hand down. Reach your foot back right into a downward facing dog. Lift your heels, bend your knees. Come any way towards your hands into your forward fold. One more time each side, y'all. Last time. Inhale, halfway lift, exhale. Root down, rise up, lift up. Exhale, palms to heart. Inhale, and bend your knees as you lift your fingertips up, maybe open up the heart. Exhale, come forward. Keep your weight over the balls of your feet. Inhale, halfway lift. Come into your little zone here. This is just all for you. Coming back into your plank if you like to do a vinyasa. Exhale, come back. When you get there, inhale, lift your right foot up. Exhale, bring your right knee all the way to your chest and place your foot down. Really root into that left ball of your foot. Lift your body. High lunge. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Place your hands on the floor. Do 1 rotation with that right arm back. A little twist in there. Place your right hand down. Reach it back. Downward facing dog. We're going to do 1 more vinyasa for the other side. Bend your knees, come forward into your forward fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, release. We're down, rise, open up, lift up, belly button up. Exhale, palms to heart, connect with your alignment. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your fingertips, open up your heart. Exhale, pour your heart over your belly button and your toes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Hands down, plank, last vinyasa. Lift your left leg up when you get there. Any which way, bring it in towards that chest and then down. High lunge. 3 breaths. Connecting to your foundation, that your upper body can feel just a little free. And place your hands on the floor. Open up that left arm. And come back. Stay in this low lunge. Lengthen that leg, that front leg, and just rotate your hands to your feet. And then, to the long edge of your mat. Right, we're coming into a wide-legged forward fold. We're just gonna stay here for a moment. You can let the tops of your hands drift to the floor. You hold your elbows. That same sensation of your hips almost toppling over in front of you to open up those hammies. But not locking those knees, of course. Lots of breath. 1 more deep breath. And we are going to come back here, but press into your feet and begin to roll up or walk your feet up to a standing position. This is where you can grab your scarf if you like, but first we're going to do just a little back bend. Just put your hands on the small of your back for me in this wide-legged and just press down like you're melting your hips down like in ballet class, and then lift and do a little cambre, lifting off of that to open up that heart space. That same chest filling of the 3-part breath that I was talking about that feels uncomfortable to me. Enjoy that. Sensation in your solar plexus and your heart space. But shoulders kind of like down away from ears, lots of length in the neck. 1 more breath. Exhale, roll back up to center slowly. Do not get dizzy. And then we can take our scarf or our hands behind our back clasp, reach down with our knuckles. Really reach down first. Find your hips over your, like not sticking your butt out, right? Reaching your hips right down, beautiful. And then reach those knuckles down and back first, and then they reach back and up over your head, and that's what sort of propels your body to fall over. So you're not, your weight's not back in your heels. Your heart is opening, but it's also protected in this forward fold. So allow yourself to witness that kind of dichotomy. And breathe deeply into your belly here. And then at the end of your last breath, let your hands go. crawl towards the front of your mat one more time, and then just bend your knee and come back into all fours. You can come back into a child's pose just for a few breaths. Try a wide-legged child's pose if you need a hip moment. Allow your heart to melt to the floor. We haven't done child's pose yet, so it might be interesting to notice like how open your chest and your back is. 2 more breaths. And in your own time, after you've let your heart melt as much as possible, press up into all fours. We're going to do a pigeon or a figure 4 or a cross-legged reach forward. So any hip opener that you like. So the pigeon option is reaching your knee in and out. Nice, reaching that left leg right back on your fingertips. Find your regular pigeon and then find your folded pigeon. Trying to let as many muscles go as possible, including your neck and your hip, of course. Jaw. And then if you're doing figure 4, you can come onto your back. Reach your arms through. Keep your hips square and pull that thigh towards you. Let that right hip be relaxed and open. The final option is you can bring right leg in front of left right here and almost like a crisscross applesauce and just reach your arms forward over those hips. Wherever you're at, let's take 5 more really deep intentional breaths here. Seeing if you can let something go with every breath. Could I be so lucky nobody has loved me with that other pressure of making tiny errors? Cause we just laugh it off, still having a ball. I don't wanna go home to paying special attention and giving special care to emotions here. Noticing anything that softened, even since we've been here. And then once you've taken that moment, gently rolling yourself up from wherever you are, and then gently switching the leg. Again, trying out that practice of just noticing any sensation or thought or emotion that comes up, giving it some awareness, giving it some space, and seeing what happens. And taking 5 more deep intentional breaths here. I can run, I can race for hours and hours and don't stop. I can float, I can fly to the highest mountain like my new favorite song. I don't remember. I must have just discovered it recently. I don't remember why. Or rediscovered it. Once you finish those 5 breaths, walking yourself up and finding your way onto your back. Bring our bended knees in. We're gonna bring our feet on the floor. Our feet towards our hands. Reach our fingers towards our heels. Feel our neutral back on the floor for a moment. Just kind of receiving the earth. And then beginning by pressing your palms into the earth and then your soles of your feet into the earth so much that your shins reach forward like magnets, your knees reach forward, and then there's space for your hips to lift up. So it's not so much the front of your legs that are doing it, but the back of your legs. Your bridge. See how much activation of your throat chakra you can give, that little crease in your throat. Just letting your neck be neutral. One more breath here. Belly or buttocks activated to protect your back. And then exhale, bring your body down, either in a straight way or in a rolling. We're going to do one more bridge, just finding your neutral spine. Inhale. Exhale, press your palms on the floor, your feet on the floor, lift your knees forward. And then maybe interlace your knuckles underneath yourself, or grab that scarf and bring it taut in between your hands underneath yourself. You can snuggle your shoulders under. Even though your front of your chest is lifting, your hips are trying to lift just as high. Lots of space created by the hamstrings lifting, the knees reaching forward. Shoulders are relaxed though. Folding into that throat chakra. Let everything just fall from your feet towards your head for a moment. Pour out of your whole body. And let go of your hands. Bring your body all the way down. And find your neutral spine once again. Inhale. And exhale. Bringing your knees into your chest. Inviting a brief happy baby if that is nice for you, or a little straddle. And then hugging your knees in, bringing yourself tight into a bow. Inhale, really tight. And exhale, release your whole body out, splayed out. Finding your Shavasana, your resting pose. This is where you can bring in your pillow or your blanket if you like, or you might just be happy with the hard floor. Down by the water, singing all songs, my dog. Begin to adjust to the idea of coming into rest. Let all the cells of all your muscles begin to release. Puffed up in my ways, and I know you, but I know myself like I know you too. And I see a lot of faces just like ours, and they're going fast, and they're speeding cars rolling, facing another way that I am knowing that the love can't stay in the out. Down by maybe bringing your awareness from the top of your head lightly down your whole entire body, just bringing awareness to all parts, big or small, that you like. And just sort of allowing yourself to be suspended in that awareness. And maybe on an exhale, allowing even that awareness to just kind of float away. So you're just there, just being.
Singing our songs, my darling, the loving songs coming. Take my hand, I don't need any fear. All I need is this love and to have you here tonight. Down by the water, empty and calm, my darling, the loving songs coming up.
Deepening your breath. Allowing your skin to acclimate to your space and your clothes. Nod your head from right to left. And making your way onto your side. Taking a few deep, full breaths here. Connecting in with the neediness of you. Those deep needs. Mm. Taking your time to roll your spine up to any seated position that feels okay. The closing. And we'll just close together with a lengthened spine and with our palms resting on our heart. Inhale. Exhale. We'll inhale to one Om. Inhale. Om.
This is illogical to me, 'cause I can't be here.
I bow to you
Like I'm
and I
obsessed.
say namaste.
Every time I try to keep